Well, first you have to understand the paradigm. Do you think men and women can even be friends?
Ooh. Yeah, that's what we talked earlier.
That is like super case by case. I think that's super hard.
I agree with
That's
that.
like really case by case. It depends. It
just
on.
depends.
See, it always depends of the nature of that relationship in the first place. I think they can be friends if things are clear from the get-go and you just kind of know, right? But you have to be very, very rational about it, though.
Do you think that in 99% of scenarios, when man's friends with a chick, he'd like to sleep with her if he could? But my point is that I don't think that when a woman and a man are purely just friends without, let's say, a financial motive,
shout other debate topics y'all have.
Just friends. I don't think that's a platonic relationship. I think the man is interested in her most of the time. And when people disagree with me that, I said, then why do all the hot girls have so many friends and all the ugly girls don't have any? The men are trying to get laid. And for her to sit there and entertain it and pretend that that's not the case. Oh, no, he's just my friend. She knows what's going on. It's bullshit. Would your mother hang around with some dude behind your father's back and say he's her friend?
Would your mother say that again?
Would your mother hang around with some dude behind your father's back and say he's just my friend? Would your father tolerate that?
They're not together, they're divorced.
Okay. But I'm talking about a different generation, right? Let's imagine people married 40, 50 years ago. Was it normal then for chicks to be hanging around with a bunch of dudes and saying he's just my friend only 30, 40 years ago? Or is this all new thing?
A friend, it depends what kind of activities you do. I mean, dude.
Nah, bro, he's right.
You can have friends doing a bunch of shit. Like they can go fucking, maybe they like playing golf together. Maybe they like.
It's new think, my friend. And what you must understand is that the things I'm talking about were perfectly normal and completely and utterly accepted.
Oh, you're one of these guys. Okay.
These guys. It's about accepting that society has changed and that new think is untested. And when you look at untested think, because that's what it is, it's untested by the definition of being new in and of itself, it's untested.
Yo, Chad, how long is he gonna get a massage for, bro?
We had relationships for a very, very long time, thousands of years, where when a woman was with a man, she only spoke to that man. In most of the world today, still that is the case. You may live in America, but if you go to Africa or any of the Middle East or Asia or even Europe, Eastern Europe, Russia, any of these places, if you think these chicks have male friends, then you don't understand the world very well.
Taking a piss. America, 1 sec. Keep going.
Okay,
Keep
going. I'm gonna reverse and say, in the age of Mesopotamia or some shit, right? Girls had friends and shit, then stuff with other guys. Yeah, things change. It doesn't devalidate them as untested. A lot of things were untested previously. Like, how does that prove anything? What is that? New equals bad thing? Like, I don't know what that is.
New doesn't equal bad. New equals untested, which means you don't know, nobody knows how this new societal paradigm is going to play out. I can only talk from my personal experience, and my personal experience is that when a woman has a bunch of male friends and a boyfriend, the relationship doesn't last very long. That's my personal experience. I've seen it happen 1,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, if you date some girl who's unfulfilled of you so much that she's willing to give other guys a chance and keep an open mind about who they're going to date and who they're with, that they're going to do that with people that they meet randomly.
But if she's fulfilled, she wouldn't have male friends. You're pretending that a girl can be fulfilled.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
What if she already had a friend before you, like years ago?
Understood. I've been with women and they've had a friend for a very long time, but I make it very clear to them, look, he clearly likes you. And if she's honest, she'll like, yeah, I know, I keep my arm's length. And she's very honest and open with me about it. Oh, he just texts me trying to get me to go out. I'm not going to reply to him. And she'll distance herself on purpose, and she'll make it very, very clear that she's in love with me. And she'll keep him where he belongs, very, 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 very firmly in the friend zone with no hope. Because that's her job to do. I don't have to tell her to do that. Now, if I have to come along to a chick and say, you're giving this guy too much, stop texting him. If I have to do that, then she doesn't respect me, and I'm not going to be in that relationship. I'm not going to sit there and police her phone. She'll self-police out of respect for me. If she's not doing it, she's not self-policing, then she clearly doesn't respect me very much. And I need to understand the chessboard. I need to look at the board and say, okay, I'm not very well respected in this relationship. She thinks talking to these dudes is more important than keeping me happy. It's only a matter of time until we break up.
Okay. I agree with this, but the problem is that you're lumping two things that are very, 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 very different. Okay, relationship needs and social needs. They're separate experiences. You saying and fearing the social overall aspect of your girlfriend, saying that she's mixing that with your personal relationship love, right, is a problem itself. That is a problem that you cannot that you can't see. There's guys social needs. There's to talk to other beings, hear new ideas, have different intellectual conversations with other beings than you, bro. You can't entertain all of her fucking intellectual whatever the fuck, bro. They have to go out there and talk and have fun conversations that aren't having sex and having love with somebody else. Like, what?
I'd appreciate if you'd stop using the word fear, because I'm not fearful. So you can stop using that word, firstly. Secondly.
Well, I can't. It's hard because when you don't want somebody to do something, it's out of fear. That's how it is.
You think?
Yeah, by default it is, but you are fearful of something happening. Yes.
It's not about being fearful. It's just about having my boundaries as an individual, and having
boundaries of what? Boundaries that what will happen? Boundaries of what? What is the thing that you're shielding? You said boundary from what? Boundary and shield from what? From something. Bro, you don't wear a fucking bulletproof vest being scared of the fucking wind. You wear bulletproof vest against guns and bullets, bitch. Sorry. I take the bitch back. I cannot pull that up.
No problem. I don't mind. That's fine. I'll answer your first original question about them being social. Women often, if they're with a man and they love that man, their social circle ends up involving or being built around that man. His friends become their friends. The girlfriends of the other guys that he's friends with becomes their friends. I'm not saying they're not going to have any friends and nobody outside of me. But anybody who is completely and utterly unrelated to me is, to a degree, an enemy combatant. You need to understand, my friend, that life as a man is ultra competitive and it is war. We are all competing with each other.
Everybody's at war.
Okay.
The whole thing is war. Girls at war. Guys, everybody is at fucking war. Yes, life is a battlefield, and sometimes you gotta make choices and shit like that, and that's how you climb, motherfucker. You have to take them down. It is what it is. It's a war, yeah.
All right, but I would argue that women, to a degree, call me misogynist, are a spoil of war. If you're a man and you've been through war and you've been through enough shit, you get women along with money, along with status, along with respect. Women are a spoil of war. They always have been. Look at the ancient times. They turn up, take the city, take the women. Women are a spoil of war.